Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video I want to make a short project including Qt, QML and OpenCV because we are dealing mostly about this computer vision and image processing functionalities and libraries in the backend. So in most of the cases we need to see what we are doing. Also we need to control the parameters in the backend. So that's why we need a UI user interface and that's why I want to start this project. Maybe in the following tutorials, in the following videos I will make different projects, but for this one, for the starting one, maybe I can share a simple one which we will do in this video. We are gonna deal about Canny Edge Detection and we are gonna deal with its parameters, how the view is changing according to change of its parameters. Okay, for another introduction, this Qt we already know how to install because my first videos is dealing with these kind of things. Also at the same time, you can watch the video about how to send this OpenCV images, OpenCV math type of images to QML site, to user interface site. You can check that video because this is already, I just copied. I will continue on that repo, so you can also copy that from my GitHub repo. You can directly take it, and I will continue on this one. What this project was doing, let's remember, this is actually just a simple user interface, and here we are entering the video path, or you can enter 0, or you have more than one camera, you can enter 1 or 2 according to the index of your cameras. If we enter 0, it will open my default camera. Let me open. Okay, hi, this is my default camera, and simply this project was doing that. So what I want to do is that we already have, for example, Canny, which is the famous edge detection, or we can call also filter function in OpenCV. So we are gonna implement this and we are gonna control the parameters via on Qt QML. Okay, now firstly what I want to do, maybe we can design the user interface a little bit. Let's switch to the QML side, and okay, here maybe we can first of all change the color of background because white is not good. We can make it light blue, and the title is Canny, maybe will be appropriate. What else I have here? A text field, and maybe I can change the position of and little maybe bigger, this one, maybe 1000 and to 800. And also this rectangle I want on the right side, maybe more right side, not in totally on the center. Maybe we can anchor it to the right side, anchors dot right and parent dot right. Okay, and also I want to make little offset because I mean margin, because I don't totally want it in the right side. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, now right side is okay, but horizontal center, we deleted the wrong one. This is gonna be vertical center and it's gonna solve the problem. Okay, and maybe also we need to do this start button. I wanna put all these in a column layout. Okay, import qt quick dot layouts. Now it's gonna recognize column layout, and I want to put this button, text field and kind of things also inside this column layout, so it will order accordingly in a proper way. And this column layout I wanna it on the right side of the parent. Also I want to put the margin 50 is okay, and top is also, I wanna top of the parent. Similarly I want to give top margin also 50 again. Let's see how it works. Okay, this is in the place which I wanna, and this is not in a good place, maybe because of the inside parameters. We can also change them. This is I don't need anymore, and also I don't need these location parameters because they are gonna inside column layout. Let's see again. Okay, now it's working fine, but this is also not good. Maybe we can put this text box to the right side. Also, maybe each elements on the column layout can be inside row layout. So we can take this inside this. Okay, now it seems fine. So we can start the project. Okay. Closing this, then closing these things. Okay, seems we are ready. What we need, first of all, check the Canny Edge Detection. We need threshold 1 and threshold 2. You can also watch my Canny video before starting, maybe to understand more clearly what Canny is doing. First of all, I need to define this threshold 1 and threshold 2 so QML site can recognize these parameters. So how to do that? We need to go to the, since the streamer in this part, the OpenCV functionalities in this side, we need to define in the video streamer header. So here we need to create a Q property. Whatever you want to transfer to the QML, you can easily you can easily define in Q property, so you can use in that side. And okay, we need to define maybe Q string will be more proper way here, and the name is gonna be threshold or Canny threshold 1, and also it seems done. Also we can refactor it and generate missing parameters, so it's gonna, but I don't wanna it here, better define it to in that side. And okay, set also I wanna it in the CPP side. What else? It seems done. Also it's created the signals. Also we need one more threshold, which is for the second one, and it's gonna be the 2. Okay, Canny threshold 2, and this is also done. Let's generate the missing members, and I wanna it to move streamer CPP side, and similarly for set function. Okay, seems we are done. So we already integrated the threshold 1 and threshold 2, so QML is able to recognize now. But what is next? Next is that we are catching met types in this catch frame side, and it's coming via on a thread, Q thread, which is defined in here, is started here, and it's coming to streamer thread slot. It comes from here. We are just emitting and catching the frame in this function. Okay. And we are emitting frame to the QML side with this line. What I want to do is that I want to call my Canny function inside this catch frame so I can recognize easily. And okay, we can create a met Canny out, and after that we can call Canny function. First of all, we need to define the input, which is emitted frame in here, and out is gonna be the output. And we need threshold 1, but we cannot put it directly because it needs double type. Let's change this also. So but we have threshold 1, we define Q string, so we need to change it to number. So let's call it threshold 1, but it should be the member, of course, dot 2 to double, maybe there is, yes. Okay, after that same for the threshold 2, and we are done in here. Okay, and but now we have Canny out, not emitted frame. So what we need to do is that we need to change this QMimage, because this is dealing with RGB. Maybe little make smaller. So at the end it's converting QImage YON format RGB 888, which means this 38 means 3 channel, and which is RGB, and each 8 is the bit number of the pixels. So okay, we are dealing with 8 bit, but we don't need RGB because Canny output is grayscale output. You are gonna see in here single channel it's saying, so it's not RGB anymore. If we try to send via on this format, it's gonna give error. So we can change it to gray format, grayscale format. Okay, and we don't need emitted frame anymore. We need Canny out. Okay, seems this is done. What else we need in QML side? Okay, here we need something, but maybe to test, only to test, maybe we can give temporarily the defining some parameters to these members. Maybe also let's start with 80 to 240 maybe, and let's start to run. At least we will see it's working or not. If it works fine, then we can switch to design the user interface, so we can continue with that. Okay, why is slow? My machine little slow here. Okay, I hope it will open today. Okay, 0 and open. Yes, so it's working fine. You see me now. You don't see, but you see my edges. Yes. Okay, let me see a cup. It's my cup. Yes, it's working fine. Then we can put Canny parameters to our user interface as the next. And here what we need to do is switch to the QML side, and okay, we can again using this row layout, and we can use text field, and this button we don't need anymore instead of button. And maybe first of all we can put one more text field here. I'm thinking about something else. Maybe we can put this inside a rectangle, or because this is the place of Canny will be. Okay, let's wait a little bit then. This is gonna be the threshold 1. Let's say Canny threshold 1, and similarly this is gonna be the threshold 2. And what else? We need the text inside is gonna be the what was our backend defined video streamer, so we can call it. It will be recognized, and if it's recognized, I need its Canny threshold 1, which we defined as Q property. Now the Qt is already recognized it via on QML. This is the threshold 1, and this is the threshold 2. And let's see how it looks like. Okay, as you can see here, it's directly paste, which we defined in the private section of the class, 80 and 240. It's directly pasted to here. So yeah, it's working fine now. But I didn't like this design. maybe we can create a rectangle for this row layout, and this rectangle I wanna width is, let's say 200 maybe, and height is 100, and I wanna border color, most important one, because I wanna it looks like more better. I want to differentiate the camera side and the Canny Edge Detection side, so we can differentiate each other. In here also border dot width 2 maybe, or 5, let's say, and see how it looks like. Okay, I didn't like, because yes, this row layout. Okay, we are simply mistaken here. We need to put this rectangle out of this column layout, and also we need to put these things to also rectangle side, and we need to say not this one but this one. Okay, and also okay, maybe also we need to remove this row layout, and let's see how it works. Okay, now it works fine, and okay, but we need to maybe remove here, and Control I is gonna fix the indentation, and okay, now okay, seems fine. So this is the camera side, and I need also similar one for the Canny side. In here, let's remove this, and again, but since this is okay, this rectangle, this is also rectangle, but I want to put its position not directly to the parent tab. Maybe this is, we can say camera rectangle, and taking this as reference, so put top of it, it will fix the problem. And where is our, okay, where is the, okay, I missed the other layout. Let's see. Okay, because I just mistakenly removed this row layout. Copy now, back to again, and putting here this one. Okay, now it works fine, I believe. This is let's see how it works. Okay, this is what I want, but of course we need to put there is a column layout needed in here, similarly like to the above, putting column layout and putting one more parenthesis here. Okay, now see how it works. Yes, just we need to define the width and the width of the text fields, and that should be implicit width, let's say 150, and similarly for the threshold 2. Okay, now should be done, I believe. Yes, it's done, but the above looks like not fine. These are so close to each other, so we need to, okay, top that, but top margin even 50 is not enough, seems. Let's say, okay, this is wrong, because not top but bottom should be top of this one should be bottom of the other rectangle. So now it works fine, even 50 is higher. Okay, let's say 30 and leave it. Next is I want one more row layout in here, and inside this row layout I want to put my text, which is representing the threshold 1 and threshold 2, so we can understand what's those text fields for. And this is gonna be the threshold 1, Canny threshold 1. Okay, maybe even we can put this one, copy. Okay, let's see how it works. Almost fine. We need to do is this is 2, and the height should be, let's say, 120 maybe, and see again. Okay, there are still some problem because these are so close to each other. Maybe okay, what we can do in here is spacing. We can increase the row layout spacing in here. Let's say 20. Okay, now seems works fine, at least we can say. And okay, so I want to put here a Canny title and here camera title. Okay, let's define a camera text for camera here, and this camera is gonna be representing the name of the camera. Okay, this camera, and anchor dot bottom is gonna be the camera rect dot top, and similarly anchor dot left is gonna be equal to camera rect dot left. And okay, let's put margins also 5 and see how it looks like. Okay, seems fine. Okay, color maybe we can make yellow, which is or red. Similarly, take the text for Canny Edge Detection, Canny Edge Detection. Okay, and this is gonna be similarly for the Canny rectangle, and changed with this one. Seems everything fine, but now we need to do is when these texts are changing by modifying by user, we need to also update the backend. How to do that? On text changed, we need to set video streamer dot Canny threshold 1 is equal to text, and similarly for the second one. Okay, let's see now how it works, but before that maybe this is already open, some of my exe. Okay, now run camera. Okay, it works fine, and change this to 80 to maybe 120, and okay, and this is to 60 or 2. Do you see any difference? Because I don't see any difference currently. On text changed, we are making equalize to the text, but it's not currently working, seems. And okay, let me see again. Okay, it's working, so we just not recognizing because of this Canny threshold 2. Okay, when I put the 1 and 2, 3, okay, actually it was working, we were just not recognizing. So yes, basically we can test our threshold, Canny thresholds via on here 100 or now 0 I believe, and here 500. You see increasing the second one. You will remember the difference between the Canny threshold 1 and the Canny threshold 2. They are only will show you the strongest edges accordingly. So if we decrease the distance between them, it will show the other edges also. And what I wanna else, maybe we can put one more variable to here, a checkbox. As soon as we only when you checkbox is checked, the Canny should work, otherwise camera should work. How to do that? Let's do it. Okay, first of all, of course, we need a checkbox, but I want to change this can as Canny. And okay, this is column layout, row layout, and I need one more row layout. Here I want to put a text first of all. This is gonna be Canny enabled, and also I need a checkbox. This checkbox is gonna be the checked is gonna take from the backend, but we did not yet define it. Let's define a checkbox here. It's gonna be boolean. So maybe first of all, better q property and boolean. The name is Canny enabled, and done. Just refactor it. Why it's always refactoring in my header? I don't know. Maybe I need to check the options. Also, I don't want the set here. Okay. What else I need to do here is that if the Canny enabled, then I will do these tasks, these functionalities. Okay, and if in that case only I will update QImage. If it's not enabled, so I will make it work the older version, which is the camera version. Okay, and these emit can be inside these scopes also. It would be better. Okay, now we can also check is gonna be the video streamer dot Canny enabled, and also on checked changed video streamer dot Canny enabled is gonna be checked. Let's see. Okay, this part's done. We need to wait a little bit. This is done. This is done, I think. Okay. Yes. Now we can open the camera. Okay, this is, now you see my screen, which is, okay, closing again. Yes, now you see me dark. If I close with my hand, if I open again, you see light. Okay, as soon as I click Canny enabled, you see my Canny filtered view, you see mine. And as soon as you click this, because it's reading from backend anymore, and it's updating the backend also when you click this, because we are modified the code accordingly. And also the Canny is working fine. So Canny threshold 1 is most of the cases okay. Putting small is not changing many things. Also, maybe I don't have many objects. No, even if you not increase much, there is no difference for the threshold 1. But okay, this is, let's stay 2. Okay, the second one is more changing the Canny output. Okay, yes, I think it's done. Okay, for maybe what else we can do, we already put the parameters and we are controlling accordingly. And Also, maybe I can more optimize this interface later, but for starting, this is, I believe, helpful and good to start. Maybe for the next videos we can change the user interface also. Maybe I can also think what to do on this part, and we can put other functionalities here, so in the same time we can learn QML together, and also we check, we also test our functions, computer vision, image processing functions, libraries more easily via on this interface. Okay, and I'm done for this video. Thank you for if you are watching until this part. Thank you so much, and see you in the next videos.